It is now day 3 of Iceland's latest eruption of the Reykjanes volcano, and the eruption is still going strong. However, the view of the eruption is currently largely obscured by the numerous wildfires the northern lobe of the expanding lava field ignited. Despite the Reykjanes Peninsula primarily being composed of a subpolar oceanic biome, while there might not appear to be much biomass, this couldn't be further from the truth. The ground is covered in numerous mosses as much as 30 centimeters thick, and this material is slow burning but gives off a noxious plume that you do not want to be downwind of. With that out of the way, you might be wondering how large the existing lava field has expanded to. My current estimate is an area of 15.29 square kilometers or 5.9 square miles has been inundated by around 65 million cubic meters of lava. However, I want to note that both of these figures could be overestimated by as much as 25%, as in the footage I am using to geolocate the lava flow outline, it is difficult to distinguish thin lava flow patches from thick patches of burnt moss from afar. Regardless, if my figure is correct, here is how it would compare to the other 8 eruptions which occurred in Iceland since 2021. These fires and the associated sulfur dioxide plume have largely drifted towards the south, creating poor and unhealthy air quality in Reykjanes proper. However, this plume is also having effects elsewhere, as wind patterns have recently blown the plume into Ireland, far northwestern France and Portugal, and the northern part of the United Kingdom. So, if you are curious why what would otherwise be a clear blue sky is fairly smoggy in these areas, the Reykjanes volcano's sulfur dioxide plume is to blame. As a result of this, and the hazards generated by still erupting lava, the following hazard zones are currently in place until August 26, with levels recently being reduced in the southern and southwesternmost zones from red to orange. In terms of the still erupting fissure, the southern segment has become completely inactive. A drastic decrease at this vent began at 5 p.m. yesterday, and by 8 p.m. it ceased altogether. Thus, the only still erupting area is a small 100-meter-long fissure to the north. This vent has strangely not yet begun building a spouter cone quite yet, but this is likely to change in the coming days. The decline in activity the eruption has experienced can also be seen in this tremor chart, with the largest drop occurring in the eruption's first 6 hours. Already, magma at the 5-kilometer depth magma chamber about 1,500 meters southwest of the Blue Lagoon has already started to refill, meaning land rise is once again ongoing, a process which was similarly observed within 7 days of each of the prior Reykjanes volcano's eruptions. This suggests that after the current eruption ends, we will likely experience another one later in the year. The ongoing eruption did cause the ground to shift quite notably, subsiding by up to 25 centimeters or 9.8 inches in some areas, and spreading further apart perpendicular to the eruptive fissure by about the same amount to the east-southeast and west-northwest. As a final note, I would like to thank my new YouTube channel member X the Canadian X for supporting this channel.